Hey guys, what's up? It's Marie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Bed's pink. Is it distracting? Hold on. So in today's video, I'm gonna be doing a thrift flip. So basically, I'm going to be flipping old clothes that I already have that aren't really my style anymore into clothes that are more my style and I would probably wear more often. This entire thrift flip was hand sewn. I didn't use a sewing machine whatsoever. And let me tell you, hand sewing is the ghetto. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, because hand sewing is the ghetto. It's so stressful and it legit took me so long, and I don't know if I'm going to do this again. But if you guys want me to make more thrift flips, give me a thumbs up and I'll make more. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Alright, so the first thing I'll be flipping is this pink crochet top thingy, which is not very flattering, to be honest, and I feel like the length is awkward too. So I'll be flipping it into this cropped cardigan situation. This whole web armpit area thing, I thought it was really weird, so I decided to take that out. But when I put the top on to figure out where I wanted to crop it to, I realized that it wasn't that obvious cropped, so I decided I'd just leave it be. Moving on to the sewing board. So the first thing I did was to crop the top to my desired length, which I marked with a safety pin, and I'm just going to cut along this line, but then I made sure that I left just enough space for seam allowance. I left about an inch or so, so I made sure to leave out that space when I was cutting the fabric. Alright, so after cutting up the fabric, I decided to try it on just to be sure I liked the length. And you guys, I might have botched it just because I cut it too short and there's barely enough space to hem the ends. But you know what, I'm not going to be sad about it for too long, so we move. So now I'm just going to open up the front so that I can create the whole button-up cardigan look. So I marked where I wanted to open up the front with a needle. And now back to the sewing board, I'm just going to cut along where I marked. So next we're gonna add buttons, of course. So I just made sure I spaced them out evenly on the fabric, and then I'm just gonna sew them down with a needle and some white thread. And lastly, I had to deal with the extra fabric, which I decided to flip into a crop top so that I can create the whole matching crop top and cardigan set.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Hi guys. So it's been well over a month since the last time I flipped for this thrift flip, and because July was a horrible month for me. Yeah, so it was just the ghetto. Also, I feel like I kind of botched the very first piece I wanted to flip, and that just really killed my vibe and just made me feel very unmotivated to carry on. But I'm back again. It's a new month and I'm motivated to just be over and done with this thrift flip. So let me show you guys how far I've gone with this one. So I've done the cardigan portion of it. I don't know if redo it just yet because I want it to be dramatic when I show you the final results. But yeah, and this is how far I've gone with the other piece. So what I did basically was the excess material from the bottom of the top, the excess material, I just used it to create the crop top kind of situation. And then I asked you guys on my Instagram if I should use silk material or crochet material for the straps, and you guys said crochet material. And honestly, it took me the longest time to make the straps, and I wanted to give up and just end up using the silk, but then I managed to get it right. I don't know, it was just a lot to get it right. So I did a really tacky job, I'm not gonna lie. But this is how it turned out, and I mean, I kind of snapped. So I paired it with these black high-waisted office pants, some heels, and a black shoulder bag for this very sophisticated look, if I do say so myself. And for the straps, because they were giving me such a hard time sewing them on, I got lazy and I just used super glue. Regular super glue. This is a hack for you lazy tailors out there. Honestly, I do not recommend this, but you know, it's an easy fix, so yeah, and it works. And for the lining, as you can see, it's pretty tacky, and I actually used an old throw pillow that I had that was super worn out, but luckily for me, it was the same shade of pink as the crochet top, so everything worked out in the end. And as you can see, I didn't hem the ends. They're looking pretty raw and they're probably going to fray with time, but it's just because it is very hard to hand sew crochet material, just because it's very holey, like there are lots of holes, so it's very hard to grip the fabric. So if you by any chance know how to prevent this fabric from fraying, do let me know. And for a more casual look, I switched out the office pants for mom jeans. The next thing I'll be flipping is this yellow dress, which honestly I feel like has so much potential, but it's just not very flattering on me and it's no longer my style. So I decided to flip it into a midi skirt. I really wanted to make the most of this dress just because the quality of the material is honestly so nice. Even just the silk lining underneath is so soft. I'm not sure if it's real silk, but it definitely feels like it. And now onto the sewing board. The first thing I'll be doing is to cut off the top part because I'll just be using the bottom of this dress. So I get slightly technical now, so please bear with me. I'm not the best at explaining stuff. But basically, I wanted the waistband to be about 2 centimeters wide, so that's 2 centimeters away from the waistline of the dress. So then when cutting the fabric, I made sure to leave an extra 2 centimeters, so that's 4 centimeters altogether, plus a little allowance so that I could fold it inwards and create the waistband. And now to actually sew the waistband, I'm just going to fold it inwards like so. And then I'm going to use some pins to hold it in place. And then I'm just gonna sew it down with a needle and some white thread. And this is how it turned out. Very neat and clean hand sewing, if I do say so myself. However, the insides are pretty tacky, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what, nobody's looking at the insides anyways, so but I left this section open because that's where I'll be inserting the elastic. Which brings us to the next step. So because the elastic I had was too wide, I had to cut it in half lengthwise. So to actually draw the elastic through the waistband, I placed the 2 pieces of elastic over each other, and then I made a tiny hole through the both of them. And then I just slid my bobby pin through the hole so that it tugs both pieces of elastic. I could have used a safety pin for this, but I couldn't find mine, so I'm using a bobby pin instead. And then I made sure to pin the end of the elastic so that it doesn't get lost in the waistband when I'm drawing the elastic through. So after I drew the elastic through the waistband, I sewed both ends of the elastic together with some thread, and this is how it turned out. I absolutely love how the skirt came out, and I especially love the pleats on the skirt. So here I just paired it with a white wrap top, which I wink wink made myself, but with a sewing machine though, and light brown heels plus the black shoulder bag from earlier. And for a more casual vibe, I switched out the wrap top for regular white tee, and I switched out the heels for brown slippers. And we've come to the end of the video. I had planned on doing more than 2, just hand sewing was taking me too long and I just really wanted to put this video out. So yeah, but yeah, I'd love to do more, honestly. I love flipping clothes. But yeah, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want more thrift flips, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, check out my Instagram because the pictures of the thrifted clothes are up on my Instagram, so you can go and check them out there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!